Alright, and we are back. This is all his delusion. A stranger's child spent a few years in here and threatened the Mato blood for a long time. That's the only past he knows. His father never said anything, but his grandfather told him a bit of what happened here. His father did not choose him and decided to kill off the Mato blood, but his grandfather wished for the revival of the Mato family. That's why he has no feelings towards his father. His father taught him existence and failure. His grandfather taught him superiority and privilege. Thinking about what his mother gave him, Shinji laughs. First of all, women are not needed at the Mato household. He heard that his mother is some carrier, but she must have become useless after giving birth. He can bet on it that he'll find what used to be his mother in this room, but he has no intention of searching for such a thing. First of all, he does not want to see that which gave birth to his unskillful body. The basement is filled with decay. Strange worms are wiggling around deep within the dark. There should not be any more nutrition to suck out of here, but the worms are still living here in this underground training area. No. From the beginning, this place had been used not to raise people, but to raise bugs. What can be seen inside the dark are swarms of bugs with black wings. Even the shadows in the walls must be black bugs. In it all, a golden man unsuited to this lowest pit is there.
なんだアーチャー、ここにいたのかい?
The golden man Archer does not look at his master and just stares into the darkness.
聞けよ、朗報だぜ。琴峰のやつ、僕らの行動には目をつむるってさ。見どころがあるやつだって思ってたけど、本当に使えるよなあいつ。要するにさ、僕たちが何をやったってお咎めなしってことだろそれ。
Talking in the light, he walks towards Archer. Archer finally notices his master. The red eyes move.
いや、別に文句を言いに来たわけじゃない。君がどこで何をしていようと構わないさ。サーバントの自由意志ぐらい尊重するよ。僕は他の連中と違って猟犬が広いからね。
Shinji's pressured by the red eyes, but he still approaches Archer. Even if Archer may be in an ominous existence, he is only a servant. Therefore, he maintains his arrogance against Archer. He shows leniency, but he still displays that he is the stronger one.
そうか。琴峰は随分とお前を買っているようだな。
ああ、何でもじいさんには借りがあるんだって。得体の知れない三流枚寿司が残るより、僕のように歴史のある血筋が勝利すべきとか言ってたな。そんなの当然じゃないか。何を今更って気はするけど、まあ人を見る目だけはあるよ。一応世話になったしさ。聖杯を手に入れたら例の一つでもやろうかって思案中。
Joyful laughter echoes through the room.
それじゃあ始めようかアーチャー。もう人目を気にする必要もないんだ。手っ取り早く殺しまくってさ、じゃんじゃん魂を食べて強くなってよ。そうしたら次はあいつらだ。目障りなセイバーを潰してエミヤにお礼参りをしないとね。
He pats Archer on the shoulder. Archer watches as if something unpleasant has touched him.
何？ほら、行くって言ってるんだよアーチャー。どこの英雄だろうが、サーバントってのはマスターの命令には絶対服従なんだろ。
He must have imagined himself raping Saber and letting his friend crawl on the ground. He orders Archer in high spirits, but the golden man does not move.
シンジ、お前は聖杯というものを理解していない。
And he says his master's name for the first time.
聖杯が欲しいのなら他のマスターなど放っておけ。連中は所詮生贄に過ぎん。真に聖杯を手にするというのなら先に抑えておくべきものがある。
先に抑えておくべきもの？
The boy Mato Shinji looks at his servant. His feet are moving back unconsciously and he has let go of Archer's shoulder.
まずは それを手に入れようか。俺は聖杯を手に入れるためにお前に力を貸している。我らにとって共通の目的は聖杯だけだからな。ま、お前の気持ちはわからんでもないが、復讐は気持ちがいい。快楽を求めるのは人の証だ。するべきことを済ませたのなら、お前の遊びにも付き合おう。
Archer smiles for some reason, sensing something evil in it. Shinji finally feels uneasiness about the servant's identity. The eighth servant, a heroic spirit that should not exist. The strongest king of heroes said to have existed since the last Holy Grail War.
そういえば聞いてなかったね。
Shinji speaks, so trying to preserve his superiority.
なんだ。聞けば答えるぞ、マスター。
お前の望み、聖杯を手に入れたらさ、お前はどうしたいんだ、アーチャー。
It's a natural question. A heroic spirit that is half immortal and has all the treasures in the world. What can this man possibly wish for now?
なんだ。そんなことも知らなかったのか。
Archer says so with surprise. His face is smiling as if he found a small happiness.
我は豪勢なものを許す。装飾華美など最もめでるべきものだ。だが余分なものに与える意義などない。
余分なもの？
昔の話なのだがな。10人の奴隷を選び、その中でいなくとも良いものを殺そうとしたことがある。
はあ？みんな奴隷なんだろう。なら全員殺したんじゃないの？
いやいや、それがな、一人も殺せなかった。いかな人足とはいえ、無駄なものなどいなかったのだ。かつての世界には。
He shrugs his shoulders ironically and steps forward. A deeper darkness. He raises his foot over the dark shadow.
だが、この世界には余分が溢れている。10人どころか1000人という人間を選んだところで、殺せない人間など出てきまい。まったく恐ろしく人間に優しい世界になったものだ。
わけわかんないな。結局何が欲しいんだよ、アーチャー。お前だって欲しいものがあるから聖杯を手に入れようって言うんだろ。なら
Archer does not answer. The golden man does not even turn to his master and
簡単な話だ。多いということはそれだけで気色が悪い。
lowers his raised foot into the darkness. A smashing sound. On the ground are numerous smashed bugs with more swarming around. Now we move on to the 9th. 10. Strike lovers. I slowly open my eyes. The night that felt like it lasts forever has ended.
よかった。体の痛みなくなってる。
I don't know if I could not bear the pain anymore or if the pain went away at some point. Anyway, I feel no pain. I don't feel sleepy nor tired. My head is cleared up as I managed to get about 3 hours of sleep.
よし。じゃあ朝飯作るとするか。
I get up from the sweaty futon. Then, as soon as I get up, my left foot slips. I touch my left foot thinking it's strange. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no pain nor blood, and I don't feel like I'm touching my leg. I don't feel anything on my left leg or my left arm. I try pinching the left side of my chest and again feel nothing. I guess my body hasn't fully healed yet, even though the pain went away. The whole left side of my body is numb and it doesn't feel like it's my body. I think something like this happens frequently.
土蔵で寝違える時だ。腕を下敷きにしちまって 起きたら血が通ってなかったんだっけ。
Or you fried the nerves in your body when you use projection magic to make archer's blades. Yeah, that. This is like the numbing one gets from having the blood circulation to a limb cut off temporarily. Well, it moves fine, so it should heal in time. It reacts slowly and it feels like I'm moving it using a controller, but it shouldn't hinder my everyday life if I'm careful. I refrained from using a knife this morning and make a simple breakfast consisting mainly of bread. My dominant hand, the right hand, is good, so I can use the frying pan. I cook some ham and eggs, instant clam chowder, and make breakfast for 3.
いただきます。
いただきます。
The two bow and dig into the toast. Saber eats the toast inside like always, munching and nodding. Yeah, it's interesting to see Saber using chopsticks, but Western food suits her more. Saber's usually quiet. It's not that she's untalkative, untalkative, but it seems like she considers silence a virtue. This is how she is during meals. It's easier for me to stay quiet during meals, so a meal like this one is ideal for me.
あれ
Then I realized why it's so quiet this morning. In a word,
や、おはようってあれ何今朝はフランス
Fujine didn't stay over last night.
そうだよ。今朝はフランスはカフェマルリー風にしてみました。してみましたんで黙って食え。
I gave Fujine her mug.
その割にはそこはかとなくインスタントの匂いがするよ、シロ。
気のせいだ。起きたばっかりだから鼻が利かないんだろ。
そっか、言われてみればそうかも。あ、セイバーちゃんもおはよう。昨日は帰れなくてごめんね。
Fujine gulps down the hot clam chowder like some kind of sports drink. I bet there's some special coating on her throat.
おはようタイガー。昨夜は姿が見えませんでしたが、何かあったのですか？ちょっとお仕事じゃないか。単にお見舞いに回ってるだけなんだけどね。それも昨日で終わったから、今日からはまたのんびりできるなり。
She puts margarine on her bread while she's speaking. It doesn't really matter, but Fujine doesn't use butter. I can ask her why, but I don't want to since I'm sure I'll get a stupid response.
なあ藤根、入院したやつで重症なのは何人ぐらいいるんだ？
重症な子はいないよ。今は病院で様子を見てるだけで、週が明ければみんな元気に登校できるって。だから大丈夫よ、シロ。今回の事故は気にしないで気楽に言っていいんだから。
Fujine bites into her toast. She looks so carefree that looking at her makes me feel like I can trust her.
そっか、それはよかった。
そうそう。世はすべてこともなし。私も今日の夕ご飯を楽しみにしてるのだ。
She has a peaceful smile. Yeah, at times like this she reminds me that the Fujine is Fujine.
それじゃあ行ってくる。今まで通り留守番よろしくな、セイバー。
はい、それはいいのですが、シロ、台所に食事の作り置きがないようでしたが、今日は昼食抜きなのですか？
I like how she's embarrassed to ask.
いや、今日は土曜だから早く帰ってこれるんだ。少し遅くなるけど昼飯時には戻ってくるから、昼ご飯は俺が作るよ。
そうですか。シロ、そういうことはきちんと言ってもらわねば困ります。どうも今朝のシロは気が緩んでいるようです。反応も鈍いですし、何か気がかりなことでもあるのですか？
いや別にないぞ。昨日の今日で体がまだ重いけど、こんなのすぐに戻る。
The last time my body is still numb, but it doesn't hurt, so there's no problem. I can't tell Saber about such a thing and worry her.
まあ確かに悪かった。食事はセイバーの唯一の趣味だもんな。謝罪の意味も込めて昼飯は5銭にするから、それで帳消しにしてくれ。
I wave goodbye and go to the door.
何か今の言いようは納得いきません。私はただ食事を抜いては有事の際に力が出せないと。
いいからいいから。それじゃあ留守番よろしくな、セイバー。
I leave Saber's complaints behind me.
なんだ、思ったより疲れるな。
I touch my numb left leg. It didn't happen when I was in the house, but I start feeling sick once I start walking. Even though it doesn't affect my movements, it's a big mental burden to walk with a numb body.
いや、これぐらい我慢しないと。この程度、二人に比べたらどうってことないんだから。
Even though she's healed up, Saber got her throat cut and was smashed against the wall. Tosaka took that hammer-like blow to her chest. It should be nothing for me as I didn't actually take a hit.
さて。
I step out on my numb left leg and start walking down the hill. I feel slightly nauseous. I walk to school with ghost-like steps. Then, school's over before I notice it. It might be because of my body, but I don't have a sense of time. I don't remember anything about the lectures, and I'm not too sure what I did either.
まずいかな、やっぱり。
You know what's funny? I honestly thought he would be healing because of his connection to Saber as well as him being her sheath, but I guess it's not strong enough to restore most of his fried nerves, which is weird because I'm pretty sure it happened in the Fate route where he was always being healed. The left side of my body is still numb. Even though I don't feel anything, having it numb for so long gets me worried.
なんか感じないくせに重くなってきた気がするし。
The nausea won't go away either, and of course, Kuzuki wasn't at school.
帰ろう。セイバーもお腹減らしてるだろうし。
I grab my bag to go home. I think I've forgotten to do something, but I should remember once I go home and rest. Uh-oh. This might have something to do with Tosaka. I remember when I walk up the hill with my numb left leg.
そういえば、遠坂と話をするの忘れてた。
Oh, there it is. I forgot about it since I had my hands full of my body and since my head was spaced out. Well, I'm sure nothing big happens if she didn't come to see me. Considering my condition, I can contact her once I get better.
ただいま。
I announce myself loudly and head to the kitchen. I put the food I bought in the refrigerator, wash my hands, and put on my apron. I've been making codfish pot tonight, so I'll use some meat for lunch. Think about making teriyaki chicken and start getting ready.
シロ、帰ったのですか？
Saber must have heard me as she comes in from the porch.
ああ、遅くなってすまない。すぐに飯にするから休んでいてくれ。セイバーもお腹減って。
Crap. I dropped the dish in my hand since I was preoccupied with Saber.
シロ、食器が割れていますが。
うん。皿を割るなんて初めてだ。
I'm surprised as well, so I respond stupidly.
すまん。すぐに片付けるから、セイバーは気にせず座っていていいぞ。
Pick up a piece.
あれ
I drop it.
はあ、疲れているようですね、シロは。いいです。片付けは私がしますから。シロは調理に専念してください。
I guess trying to pick it up with my left hand was a mistake. Well, that's a good reason. My left hand is still numb, so I'll be really careful when using the kitchen knife.
シロ、無理せずとも結構ですから、単純な料理をお願いします。気を入れてくれるのは嬉しいのですが、料理にあなたの血が混ざっているというのは困る。
Your blood in our meal? Well, I don't want that either. I'd be a failure as a cook.
了解。気合を入れるのは夕飯にして、昼は簡単なもので済ますよ。とりあえずメインはそのまま。予定していたかぼちゃと大根は自重するけどいいかな。
I take 200 grams of chicken and put it on the cutting board and carefully ready for my fork. I have to make the main dish with care because of what I told Saber this morning.
はい。期待しています、シロ。
Saber replies as if she can sense my enthusiasm. I'm more enthusiastic now. I'll poke some holes first with the fork end.
ピンポン？
シロ、来客のようですが。
そうみたいだな。ちょっと出てくる。はい、今出ます。
I jog to the door. It's rare for someone to come visit at this time. Fujina doesn't ring the bell, and she has a spare key. I don't have many guests, and since there aren't that many houses around, I don't have many neighbors.
誰だろう、一体。
Well, it's not anyone hostile since my father's boundary field isn't ringing, so I bet it's someone from Fujina's place.
はい、どなたですか？
I open the door. Then, my mind freezes. Uh-oh. We stare at each other silently. Well, I'm just dumbfounded, but Tosaka looks angry.
遠坂、なんで？
定時連絡、エミヤくんがすっぽかしたから。
定時連絡をすっぽかしたって。そりゃ確かに遠坂と会うのを忘れてたけど、そもそもそんな決まり事はあったっけ？
Tosaka glares at me silently. This is bad. I don't know why she's mad, but I feel like I've done something really bad.
すまん。忘れてたのは謝る。協力者として定時連絡は当然の義務だった。
That must satisfy her.
そうよ。状況は何も変わってないんだから、お互いの確認は当然じゃない。
I sigh with relief. It's surprising enough to see Tosaka at my place, so having her get mad at me here is like an out-of-this-world experience. I have to take care of this troublesome situation as fast as possible.
話は分かった。連絡はすぐにするから、遠坂も帰ってくれていい。ここまで来てもらってわざわざすまなかった。
Hey, why make a face like that?
遠坂？要件は分かったから、ひとまず帰って橋の下の公園で落ち合うんじゃないのか。
I get a bad feeling, so I ask timidly. That must have been the last straw, as Tosaka is good at reading what I fear the most.
いいえ、いい機会だから今日はここで会議するわ。
Ah, of course.
まさか、わざわざここまで来た友人を追い返すなんてしないわよね、エミヤくんは。
No, never. Why would we? She smiles like a devil and says devilish things.
ここで会議するって、うちに上がるっていうのか、お前。
何よ、あなただって私の家に上がったでしょ。それに今回が初めてってわけじゃないし、今さら隠すことなんてないんじゃない？
That's right. It was Tosaka that treated my wound on the night I first met Saber. But then I was just confused about this master thing and the fact that Tosaka was at my house didn't register. Even if we're cooperating, Tosaka is Tosaka. She's the school idol and a girl of my age. It's an outrageous situation for her to come into my house. Wait, why is she coming in?
じゃあお邪魔します。話し合いなんだから今でいいわよね、エミヤくん。
待てってばバカ。いいのかお前。遠坂なのに俺ん家に上がったりしたら大変だぞ。
いいからいいから。ああ、それとお昼食べてないからよろしくね。
The intruder Tosaka Rin comes into the house.
待てってば。この考えなしもほどほどにしろ。
I object in a loud voice, but it has no effect on my enemy. The intruder carelessly goes into the living room, leaving me confused out in the hallway. So, after the three of us have lunch, we have a talk about our future plans. The topic, of course, is Caster. We talked for about 4 hours on how to beat her at the Ryodo Temple, but the results are not good.
はあ、結局正面からの実力行使しかないってわけね。セイバーの話が本当なら、サーバントは正門からしか入れないって言うし。
そうですね。あの山には霊体に対する強力な結界が張られていますから、 私では正門から突入するしか手はありません。クラス的に単独行動が可能であるアーチャーならば多少の無理は効くでしょうが。
で、無理して疲弊しきった体で境内に上がったらキャスターが待ち伏せているわけだろ。そんなのいい的じゃないか。
まあね、的を射るあいつが的にされてちゃしょうがないわ。アサシンだけならセイバーとアーチャーのコンビで倒せるだろうけど、境内に上がった後キャスターをどう追い詰めるかも問題か。エミヤくんの話じゃとんでもない魔力の貯蔵量だっていうし、下手に追い詰めたら流動寺ごと道連れにされかねない。
確かにキャスターは潔い死を迎える性質ではないようでしたし、自らが滅びるなら私たちごと爆散しかねない。無論そうなれば流動寺も消え去りますが。
セイバー、しれっと怖いこと言うよな。キャスターのやつ追い詰められたら自爆するっていうのか。
するでしょう、そりゃ。
しますね、おそらく。
They're in perfect unison. Come to think of it, Saber and Tosaka have the same opinions, and it seems like they approve of each other in combat. Both of them are saying not to attack there, so challenging the Ryudo Temple must be really hard.
ああ、なんだ、もうこんな時間なんだ。
The clock sound echoes to the living room. It's 6 o'clock and the sky's tinted red.
とりあえず話し合いはここまでだな。そろそろ夕飯の支度をしないと。
I get up. I've been making codfish pot tonight, so it won't take that long for me to cook it. All I need to do is cook the rice and make something that'll go with the pot.
何よエミヤくん、人の顔ジロジロ見ちゃって。
Well, why is she making herself at home when we're about to make dinner?
それにさっきからずっと離れているし、そこがエミヤくんの定位置かどうかは知らないけど、話し合いをするんだからもっと近くにいないと不便でしょ。なんだってそんなとこにいるのよ、あなたは。
Dude, she's not leaving, man. You're gonna have to cook for 3. Tosaka, who is sitting magnificently at the table, stares at me, who is sitting at the very corner. There's only one reason why I'm I cannot read. Distancing myself from Tosaka.
バカ言え、俺の定位置はお前が陣取ってるところだよ。それを遠坂が横取りするからこうなったんだろ。
I complain with all my might.
ははー、そっか。外じゃマスター同士ってことで気にならなかったけど、自分の家の中になったら素に戻るってことね。
悪いかバカ。男なんだからこんなの普通の反応だ。
It's strange not to be nervous when it's a girl of my age, and Tosaka at that. I've been having the meeting normally, frantically telling myself that we're both masters. It's pitiful, but I was nervous about the meeting, and I don't know how many cups of tea I had.
でもおかしくない？セイバーだって女の子だし、聞いた話じゃ藤村先生もさくらもここに来るんでしょ？なら私だって似たようなものじゃない。
It's not. Saber and Tosaka are different. Fujin and Tosaka are different. And Sakura and Tosaka are different. First of all, I can handle being with Saber because she's someone to fight alongside with.
いいからもう帰れ。うちはこれから夕飯なんだ。大阪も家であーちゃんが待ってるんだろ。
あら、結論が出てもないのに帰れるわけないでしょ。夕飯をごちそうになった後、今後の方針を決めるんじゃないの？
The implications of that too is just hilarious. Oh, I feel really dizzy.
それはもう決定してる事項なのか、遠坂。
違うの？嫌なら別にいいけど。じゃあエミヤくんはキャスターに関してはしばらく放置ってことでいいんだ。
I swallow my words.
シロ、リンの言い分は正しいのではないですか？別に彼女が滞在しても問題はないわけですし。
Two against one, buddy. You're out. To make things worse, Saber's on Tosaka's side.
わかった。けど飯が口に合わなくても知らないからな。 それと藤村先生も来るだろうから、その時はお前が解き伏せてくれよ。